Hello and welcome to Jamie's Motion Graphics episode 43. Today we're making this. This is a very simple effect and there's definitely a lot more to tell about it, but for now we're going to do a very short tutorial on how to create this very effect. Okay, here we are in After Effects. We are going to make a very easy effect today. It's going to be 1280, 720, 30 frames per second and 8 seconds, whatever. It's going to last for like 1 or 2. So it's not a real big deal. What we're going to make first is we're going to create a new layer. It's going to be a solid. It's going to be white, sure. No, it has to be white actually. And we're going to put the ball action on there. Ball action is just a very strange effect. I don't really know what the point of the effect is, but it is cool. You can use it. You can definitely use it. So set the ball size to 50. It starts off at 100, which as you can see just makes like squares with, well, vague edges. If you set it to 50, it will become perfect balls, and if you set it higher, the balls will actually, well, just exceed where they're supposed to go, so the area. And if you make it smaller, then, well, the balls will be smaller. It's as easy as it is. So anyway, 50, and we're going to set the grid spacing to something that actually looks okay. Yeah, we want to see the balls, but we also want to have a pretty good filling. So here, for example, we have very bad filling. There's a lot of big holes in there, and if you, oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. If we make it too small, then we can't see the balls anymore. So we want kind of an in-between something. This looks good. So currently I have 10 as grid spacing. And well, this is all we need to do for the effect, because now we can set the scatter. Actually, let's go to 2 seconds first. So we're going to go to 2 seconds. As you can see, set the scatter to 0. And then go to 0 and set the scatter to something high, like, I don't know, 1,000. And then what happens now is they will reform, and as you will see, well, once you play it, the last part will go very quickly. So I'll play it at real speed here, and you can see that in the beginning it's kind of slow, and then because they're so far apart, and then once they come together, it's actually like a woof. I don't know how to describe it otherwise, but anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to open and import our file that we want to actually make, and our file is going to be the bunny picture that I've used in several tutorials already. So this one is going to get a track mat called LumaMat, and it's going to take the one above it. So now the picture is actually revealed where the balls are, and as you can see, it actually works pretty well. So we're going to scale the photo a little bit. I think it has to be something like 67%. There you go. Now we can actually see the bunnies. And so they form, but it's not a good picture yet. So all we need to do to make it actually a good picture is duplicate the photo, find the moment where it actually starts, well, going where it starts forming, and then applying a little mask trick here. So we're going to just set it up. I'm going to just do it by estimation here, because as you can see, the numbers do not really add on to the normal numbers because I scaled this layer. So it's kind of crappy, but that's the way it is. So anyway, we're going to go to where the picture actually forms. Then we're going to go a few frames forward until we see that we kind of start moving really quickly, and this is where my mask is going to come in. So yeah, here it forms, and then yeah, here it's far enough, so just a few frames, like maybe half, not even half a second, 1/3 of a second, so like 10 frames. It's actually already too much, I think. I don't know, 7 frames in this case. And we're going to set the mask expansion, because that's the one that we actually are going to use, and the mask feather. The mask expansion is actually going to be minus until it's completely gone. Yeah, so there's nothing to see here. And we're going to go forward. After, so let's say 7 frames after when it forms, the mask expansion is going to be yay big, and then we're going to feather it out like this until we think like, okay, this is a nice picture. So you can see I still have the balls everywhere because that's kind of the effect that I want to create. Maybe turn it back a little bit, the feather, so that we have less balls here and, well, more of the picture. But it all depends on what you want to show. If this is a logo, it can be very nice to just have the balls around it still. But you do want to color the rest, of course. You don't want this to be black on your picture. Just avoid black or take a different color background. But I like the black color background because it really makes the rest stand out. So the effect now looks like this. There you go. And it forms, and then immediately it comes up, and that's the entire effect. So it consists of basically 3 layers, one of which is just a photograph. I mean, we didn't do anything to this one except scale it. And then this one just has a mask on it, an expanding mask, which starts at the correct time. That's the only difficulty. And this one just has balls on it, which, well, have scatter, and that's it. So it's a really, really simple effect, but it's a really nice effect as well. I will do a little bit more complex application of this effect, which will take a long time to make, but it will look cooler than this. But yeah, if you want something simple yet effective, this is your effect. So I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.